Good afternoon, January the 15th, Friday at 2 o'clock Eastern. Said I would and I did and I do. It is lovely to be back. I forgot to post my promotional stuff today, although I think my tweets went out. So I don't know if anybody ever comes because of the tweet. If you're watching this video, then you're likely not here now, but maybe through Twitter you found me. I have no idea. I would love to know if anybody finds me because of tweet. Hello, Carol. Yes, please. Carol, are you one of the people who is talking about taking my numerology course? Just for the people watching my video, the next 3 Sundays, I'm doing a basic numerology course. Very excited about it. Very. And there's information on my webpage. There is a tab called something like Learning New Things in 2021. So you can get all the details there. And, okay, so I don't have particularly a theme yet, Carol. Do you have a question? Do you have a thing in your life that you want to know about that would make a theme for the week? I'm going to give you a minute to type that in and trust that there isn't a 5-minute delay. Using my, hey Regina, we're still deciding on a theme. You'll check out? Please don't check out. I don't want that. Regina, and Regina, your name was in my mouth today or yesterday. I can't remember why. Something about something, and I said, I know a woman called Regina. I'm sure I didn't say anything personal about you because I don't know you. But the name of Regina was a thing. Okay, I'm looking for a theme. Regina, what do you need to know about today? Give me give me a clue. I've had a really distracting morning. It's been a good morning. It's been a happy morning. I met a bunch of really wonderful people, and I lost my focus as a result. So I don't have. Okay, yes. All right. I'm sorry, Carol. Yes. Francis Cookie, hello. Okay, I'm getting ready to read. I don't have a theme yet. What is my theme? I was hoping somebody would say, well, I really need to know about, and then I would have adopted that. But so far, nobody's doing anything. Okay, so in the absence of anything else, Carol was here first and she said yes. What do I know about Carol? Carol is interested in numerology. Carol, what does Carol want to know? What does Carol need to know? What does everybody need to know today? It's the middle of January. Where I am, we're having just a sort of this much of a warming moment. It's more drippy than it is icy. Although that's dangerous too because it gets icy at night. What is the energy forces around us? Energy. Okay, so what energy? All right, I can live with that. Yes, Carol. All right, Francis talking about new interests. So the energy that is going to carry into your new activities. Here we go. This is going to be about the energy around you, the energy that is going to support your new endeavors, and I mean any endeavor. Every morning we get out of bed, we get a new day. How cool is that? It's very exciting. So here we go. This is for Carol. The energy around Carol today. Oh, it's around keeping still. That doesn't feel energetic, but it certainly is, you know. So we have, it's number 22. 2 is relationship number. It's about your community, your household, your family, your relationships, however those apply. In this case, the two of them, it's adding up to a 4. 4 is the number of foundations and the grounding and the place where we start building, where we're preparing the way for building ahead. Last year, 2020, we had the 2 twos, and we were preparing for this year's 5, which is expansive. It means that the keeping still, it's not really about a choice that you are making. It's just a fact that the community, the world around you, is not moving forward, is not moving backward, is not going anywhere. It is keeping still. And in a lot of ways, I guess the lockdown is like that. If you're in a place that is observing severe lockdown and you're really not going anywhere, you are keeping still. What it does give you, number one, it gives you time to be with your community, and that can be, these 2 twos can be your real life community, the people you can see and talk to in the driveway or who are sharing your living space, and also your cyber community, the people that you meet in venues like this and in Zoom meetings and that kind of thing. They're coming together to make a 4, which is the foundation upon which you will build. But for the moment, it's about making the plan, making the blueprint, making the putting the blocks in the ground. And that kind of doesn't look like progress, but it's very necessary for progress to come later. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, Tanya. Okay, Regina was the one who came in next. Regina, it was freezing out. You want to know about a job. Okay. All right. So Regina, then Cookie. Hello, Melanie. I don't recognize your name. Welcome or welcome back. I may have forgotten. All right. So Regina, and was it Regina just said about a job? Yeah. I see it. I don't absorb it properly. Okay. Regina. The energy, the new beginnings. If you're the one who said you had a new job, then that initiating new projects energy is important. We'll see what the cards say for Regina. Anticipation is very exciting. I don't know if you do any studying, learning from reading Abraham Hicks, but there is a phrase about getting ready to be ready to be ready. And it's about living with joyous anticipation, knowing that good stuff is coming to you. And that's kind of what this card is about, that readiness. The 2 is the community. The 4 is the foundation, the basis on which you'll build. And they're coming together as a 6, which is the number for service, for improving the world on your way through it, that kind of thing. So you can be really, with this card, you can be very optimistic about how well things are going to go. So if it was you who was looking at the job, I don't know for sure. I can't say yes, you'll get it, no, you won't. What I can say is, however it comes out, it's going to be awesome. So it could be that, you know, sometimes we think we're losing something, we're making space for something so much better. So I don't know, but I would say get into that positive feeling. All right, Francis Sinclair Cookie, your new interest. I think I've seen some posts. And then Tanya, who is in a hurry. So I'll try not to talk to you very long, Cookie, because your cousin needs me. Okay. All right. So for Cookie's new interests, the energy with her new stuff this year. It's January. We've all got a new chance at a whole different way of being. And Cookie ooh, okay, you're going to get excited about your new stuff. You got the passion card. So 3 is your place of inspiration. It's where spirit speaks through you and feeds you wonderful creative ideas and solutions and new ways of being in the world, and things that are in spirit now but need to come into the physical world. You get to be the conduit for that. And the two of them, they're doubly exciting and creative, and igniting your passion on its way through, right? And they add up then to a 6, which is improving the community on your way through it, leaving the world in a way better place because of your activities and your relationships and how you are with people, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. Okay, we can I know I'll be talking to you in the next week, so I hope that helps. I hope that's good. Tanya, I'm feeling, oh, it was 4 minutes ago. You said 10 minutes. I'm coming, girl. I'm on my way. Um, Tanya's starting new projects this month that are continuation of last year's beginnings, and blooming and blossoming and dealing with more people. Tanya is awesome, just in case anybody here doesn't know her. I know Spirit knows her, and the energy that Spirit offers her as she has these new beginnings. Imagination. This is perfect. This is another Abraham Hicks teaching. Imagination. I believe you prepared a vision board where you put down images of things you would imagine coming into your life and improving it and promoting well-being and promoting your feelings of everything. Oh, Francis, you're so kind. All right, Melanie is next. Hello, Heather Killen. Let me know if you want a card. I've got lots to scroll down. Imagine 5. 5 is the number for this year, because when you add the 2 and the 0 and the 2 and the 1, you get a 5. It's the number of blooming and expanding and making progress in a really much bigger way. We laid a foundation last year. This year we get to build on it. And nothing gets built if we can't imagine what it's going to be. There's very little progress can come if we don't have a vision. We can imagine what it would be like if we could fly through the air, right? Lots of engineers, lots of failures before the Wright brothers built the worst ever plane that flew, but the first is always the worst. It gets better from there on. So whatever you're doing, allow yourself permission to be the worst, because it's only the beginning, and imagine how amazing it's going to be when it takes off. Being with that, the pink and the orange are the sacral chakra and the heart chakra. There's a lot of creative and loving and pleasurable energy that comes from imagination. So it's really rather wonderful. Melanie, I'm delighted that you're here. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, I need new glasses. I was reading that. I thought it said she's my boobie, as in Jewish grandmother. I thought that doesn't make sense. She's your buddy. That's a different thing. Oh, Carol. Okay, I'm glad that made sense for you. Heather Killen, I haven't seen permission from you, so I'm going to read for Melanie because I'm pretty sure she said she wanted a card. Yay. Okay, Melanie, I don't know what I'm going to have to do. If I had a spare grandchild, I would owe it to Tanya. None of mine is spare at this time, however. Melanie, this, I don't know when you got here. We're looking at the energy that is supporting new projects that we've got underway. Okay. Nice. So you are supported by number 17, the card of abundance, which is of course a gorgeous card. It's about things coming into fruit and serving you really well. There are a lot of kinds of abundance. There is, of course, financial prosperity, and that may be about this, or it may be about an abundance of friends, or an abundance of respect, or an abundance of opportunities to try new things, or an abundance of new people coming into your life who are going to support your growth going forward. Any number of abundances. One is your internal, your that seed, that spirit that is you, that has existed since the beginning of time and will exist forever. 7 is the teacher. It's the place where we learn, and sometimes that means we have some challenges. We learn through them. We acquire skills. We acquire new attitudes. We find new ways of being, and they're adding together here. You and the new things that you're learning are coming together as an 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. We always add up to a single digit in numerology, and 8 is the symbol for infinity. It's the flow of cosmic energy coming into your life. So as you learn, as you accept the lessons that the cosmos has for you, as you allow that flow to come, excuse me, then wondrous abundance is there for you. And it's built on, this is a fruiting card, so it is built on things that you have done in the past. It's your initial growing and your leaves and your flowers, and you're making yourself available for the insects. Now you're coming into the fruit of that, which is very exciting. I like that. Okay, Francis, that's Mama. Hello, Mama. It's so good to see you. I love that we've all figured out the Facebook Live. I'm struggling so much with some of the other softwares, but this one, and maybe because, what is this, week 43 or something, that I'm doing this on a Friday? Lovely to see you, Francis. We are on. Okay, Heather Killam, maybe she's disappeared. I know she has distractions in her world. Okay, so for Francis up north, an energy that supports new things you are doing. This makes total sense to me. Okay, number 14, it's design. And it is about preparing. It's you and that practical 4, that laying down a base on which to build, and then they're coming together as a 5, which is the expansion that follows. I know that you are needing to be really practical, and it's not quite design, but making a list or drawing diagrams, or whatever way you understand. We all have different ways of understanding the world. I know that you're struggling with some of the software, as indeed I struggled with some of the software, and finding a way to break down the process into steps that are easier to take and easier to learn and are on a piece of paper, so you can refer to them, might be the secret. I don't know what other new projects you've got on the go, but for sure this is about having a plan, making the vision board, having a destination that's far enough away that you know which way you're headed before you take your first steps. Because if you don't know where you're headed, isn't there a wonderful quote about, is it the Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland, who says, if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter which way you go? And I think that most of us would like to have some sort of a plan, some kind of design, which is, of course, encoded in your numerology chart, in case anybody is interested in that. Teaching numerology this month, very excited about that. Teaching a bunch of things tomorrow morning, Saturday tomorrow? Okay, whenever Saturday is, of course it is, today's Friday, at 11 o'clock in Facebook rooms, which are not going to stay with me past February 1st. I promised January in Facebook rooms, and then I'm done. We're doing an introduction to the chakras, the energy centers that animate our bodies and are down our spine, which is rather lovely. Kavita, I don't recognize your name. Will you find a new job soon? I'm sorry you lost your job. A lot of people, this is happening because of the oh, Cookie. I don't know. That may be true. I have no idea what it was now that I see that. But yeah, if you've had it before, it definitely is a message. It's a message that perhaps you just need to hear it a few times before you get there. Okay, Kavita, sorry about your job. I'm sure. Love your name, Kavita. 214941. That's delightful. Okay. So an energy that can support a new project being the job hunt, I guess. The search for the job. Oh dear. Feels like bad news. I'm sorry. It is delay, which sort of fits what's going on. These are rose hips. I don't know if you can see them. The birds come and feed on them, except when they're frozen like this. We've all just got to wait until conditions change. The 2 and the 0 2 is about relationships. The delay is not anything that you're in control of. This is about people outside of your personal self. But you do have the 0. You have the entire cosmos, which of course is within you. So using the delay to develop a quiet practice, to get internal, to meditate or pray or hug trees or however you do it, to access the wisdom of the cosmos, which is the wisdom of you, because you are the conscious edge of the cosmos, right? Using this delay to become centered, to become focused, to understand what comes next for you. I'm sorry it's delayed. I know it's a huge problem when jobs get gone. But it could very well be that as you find your focus, as you connect with your own wisdom, that will open you up to opportunities that you hadn't thought about before. And you may have a sudden realization that what you really want is to pick lemons off a tree, and you need to move to where the lemon orchards are. Whatever it is, being available for something different. Jen. Yes, Lorianne, you. It was buddy was the word, but I misread it. Okay, I'm glad that was perfect, Tanya. I have no idea what it was. Jen is the next one asking. And then, hey, cousin Kathy in Scotland, good to see you. So, so nice. And Barb, lovely to see you too. Okay, so I got to stop scrolling. Jen is next, is that right? Because Heather went missing. Okay, that was Kavita. Yeah, delay does not mean forever. It just means not right now. So there's going to be a delay before you get your next job. And you can use that time to benefit yourself. So you've been here a while, Lorianne. Did you want a card too? This is for Jen. This is for the energy with new projects. I know what you've got going on, which is new, which is this week, which is exciting. Okay, well, that couldn't be clearer. It's a beginning. This, as you share your talent and expertise, you're starting something that is going to get bigger. What has gone before, this daylily, they grow from like corms under the ground, you know, elongated bulb kind of things. And last year's leaves are still there. They haven't completely detached. They also haven't rotted away yet, although they're in the process. But the new growth is just coming up through it and finding the light and photosynthesizing and going to thrive and convert, and everything's going to be lovely. So even though there is stuff in the way, I think you've had this before. There's stuff that looks as though it could be an obstacle. It isn't. You're just going to disregard it and plow forward and move into the new season and and begin beautifully. That is so perfect for where you're at. I love that, Jen. I like it. Good, good, good. All right, that was Jen. Tanya says yes. Oh, great for Melanie. Okay, I'm glad. I don't know now what Melanie's was. Isn't that awful? Okay, so I see cousin Kathy. I said that last time, Francis. What did you get? I'm so okay. This is so good. All right, Kathy. We need to plan a chat, a Facebook chat or something soon. Okay, Kathy, if you've got new stuff coming, ooh, nice. Whatever you've got coming, it is meaningful. It is going to make a difference. It's stuff is coming together. You and cosmic flow, the spirit that moves through you and with you and brings balance and your innate sense of right and wrong. They're combining into a nine, which is the number of completion. We're coming into time to gather the crop, right? The I love the barley. Barley we cultivated. It's the first bread and the first beer and the first in the first settlements that we made, and we're able to stop following the herds and start looking at the night sky and making up stories about the stars and the powerful beings that lived in the heavens. And what does that mean for us? What does that mean about my life? What is the meaning of my life? Why am I here? Why was I born? All of that deep philosophical stuff. And I don't know if you're in a place where that is what's at the top of mind, but at the very least, a sense of purpose when you plan your day or your week. There is purpose to it, and I know that is true. I know some of the things on your agenda, so that completely makes sense to me. Pam in Virginia, I think. All right, this is good. All right, please pull me a card. Absolutely. Barbara. Yes, I'm glad you're here, but you do want a card. Okay, so Pam is first and then Barbara. And oh, Kavita has made a comment. You are so welcome, Kavita. Oh, and welcome, Penelope. I don't remember your name, but that might be just me. Welcome or welcome back, whichever is appropriate. Lovely. I love it when I see new names. It's great. Okay, so this is for Pam. Okay. All right. I don't know when you got here, Pam, but we're talking about energy that supports new projects this at this time. This lockdown this January, this beginning of a new year. Potential. How cool is that? Potential. Whatever you have on the go or whatever you're starting or thinking of starting, enormous potential and the ability to take it in any direction that you choose. The one which is you at the center of it, the nine, which is that place where everything is connected, where what you do impacts on your life and the lives around you close by and lives around you further away and lives that you're not even connected with, you don't think, but everything's connected. So when we add the 1 and the 9, you get a 10, which is you, with the 0, which is all of the energy of the cosmos. So it's not just the physical stuff that's all connected, but you get all the spiritual energy of the cosmos as well. And then we add those up and we have you with that spiritual connection within you. You can go anywhere, do anything, and whatever choices you're making right now, those are supported by spirit. And you are very free to grow, and which is very aligned with the 5 energy of this year. It's about expansion and growth and all of that loveliness. Okay, Barbara said yes. Penelope said yes. Tammy, welcome, Tammy. Tammy would like a card, and Shelley would like a card. My gracious, everybody got here. All right, Jen, yes. I'm glad you love your card. I have no idea what it was now. That's kind of how it goes. All right, so Barbara. Barbara. This is the second time I think I see you here. It's lovely to see you. I hope all is well with you. Okay, new projects coming up this year. There is energy. There is energy around whatever you're doing. And even if it just means that you're going to have a Saturday this week, there is energy for that, always. Oh, okay. So this is a 5, which is aligned with the year, but it is, and it is complexity. And in a lot of ways, there's 2 for the community, there's 3 for creativity. And they're coming together, they are growing. Community and creativity, how you are and who you are with, and maybe this is about negotiating isolation and your household, but it's not as easy as you might have chosen on your list of perfect ways of being. Right now, things are complex. There's a need to navigate through the difficulties and the systems that are blocking your way. There's almost, I think, no straight lines in here, and where there is a straight line, it has an obstruction across it. So it is a time of allowing your community to be. It is what it is. You can't change other people, while connecting with that creative 3 is that point of inspiration where spirit sends new ideas and new solutions and new concepts even to you. If you can balance that incoming information with circumstances that you cannot change. It's a 2. It's about other people making the world the way it is. But finding that balance will give you room to expand into. But it's not an easy card, Barb. And I'm sorry, we all look for, but you're more than capable. You wouldn't have got the card if you weren't really good at cutting through the complexity. I've known you to be cutting through red tape and all sorts of things. So maybe that's just another Friday in Barb's life. That's very possible. Okay, Penelope. And then Tammy, and then Shelley. I love it. I really, really do. Okay, so, and I must pick a community card because I've had feedback about that. All right. Penelope. Penelope's a lovely name. P is valued at 7, and Penelope is lovely. All right. Okay, for Penelope, would love a card today. We have the Sumac, number 12. So we have you and your community coming together in creative and inspired ways, which if you've got new projects underway, the energy is to combine you with community. I don't know, maybe you're just taking tutorials and learning to use Zoom, um, which is wonderful, wonderful platform for telling your story and sharing your story and teaching from what you have learned from your life. Sumac, late in the year, it puts out berries that can be used to make ink, which is you can use it to paint your body, or you can make if you're writing on parchment, you can use that. Um, Telling your story, the sumac has witnessed a great deal of history on this continent where I am. And this one, at this time of year, you can see all of the stages of the life of the at least of the leaves of the sumac, because there's yellow and there's green and there's orange and there's red and there's some brown tinge on the top one there, as the whole story of being a sumac is represented. And your story, the things that you have lived through and you just have taken for granted, and you don't notice them any more than a fish notices water, there is a lot of value in that and sharing that. I feel as though it's time for you to be sharing your story. And I don't know if you heard that chime, but I apologize if you did. Um, yeah, so if that's the new project, and maybe you've already started on that, and that's just spirit reaffirming that you're on the correct path. Tammy, Tammy. Here we go. All right, so Tammy, and then Shelley, and Tammy's got new stuff. And anybody, we'll now take a commercial break. Anybody whose new stuff is to learn numerology, the next 3 Sundays I'm going to be holding classes in Zoom, teaching just really, really basic, so you can get an idea of whether or not it's something that you want to learn more about and something that you want to do. Lots of options for how we go forward with that. You can go to my website, which is www.joleath.com, JOLEATH. Yes, same as on this page. And there's a tab right now that says Learn New Things or something like that. And the information is there. So it's going to be 3 o'clock Eastern on the next 3 Sundays. Okay, so who am I on? I'm on Tammy. Tammy. I have no idea, Tammy, whether your new thing is to learn numerology, but it would be lovely. Oh, this is so nice. So number 3, our point of inspiration, the place where spirit channels information into the physical world, and you get to be the conduit for that. Unexpected resources. There is stuff. Three is very creative. It's inspired. It's outside the box. It's the hollow reed. And there is stuff available for you, Tammy, that isn't on your list of possible resources. Right? This is like when you're planning a menu, and you know you've got eggs and you've got pork chops and you've got baked beans, and you're thinking about which of those is going to suit the day. And then you open up the fridge and there's that roasted turkey that you forgot about, and there it is, completely unexpected. Ideal, make a tetrazzini, life is good. So there's there's stuff available to you that you're not aware of, that you've either forgotten or it has shown up after you were paying attention. And it's, I don't know why, am I going blind, or if the word moss looks very smudgy to me. Anyway, so this moss, forest floor, litter, dead things, sticks and twigs and leaves and detached roots, and yet there is enough nutrient in that soil to nourish that moss, to allow it to put out its little wee leaves and be able to photosynthesize. There are resources that you're not aware of. So ultimately, this is about staying open to it, being aware that the things you're looking at and looking for and expecting, that's a limiting frame. You need to open it up and keep looking around, because there is more for you. Okay, all right. Francis, the lace flower, the design, the Queen Anne's lace. Yes, of course. Yes, okay, that makes sense. That's good. All right, who've I got? Liz Schmitz. Absolutely. Thank you. You can buy this deck. Going to do another commercial on my website, joleith.com, under Oracle cards, I believe. They are available. You're welcome, Pam. Replying to Melanie. Okay. Oh, Kathy, we do need to visit. Oh, my goodness gracious. There's so much there. Kathleen, I love it. Thank you. Yes, I will have time. Okay. Barbara, later today. It is not impossible. I've got a couple of things on my list. Okay, where am I at? Jen said thank you. Shelley. I think I haven't read for Shelley. What is a cechetto? Cachetto? I want it to be a little shell, but I don't think it is. All right. Shelley. That last one was Tammy. Am I right? Have I lost the plot entirely? Pretty sure that was Tammy. So this is Shelley. Okay, if you're getting a second one, Shelley, then that's what Spirit wants, I guess. Okay, Shelley. Energy for a new project. Ooh. So whatever it is that you're starting, you are being called to pay attention. You've got the skills to analyze. The easy summary of this is don't take stuff for granted. Okay, you're that 3, the point of inspiration. That's where we get our hunches. That's where spirit sends information that we can't always, we definitely can't say, oh, well, I learned this in volume 17 of Britannica. You just know it. And 4 is that practical, reliable energy that we can build on. So they're very different from each other. And when they come together, they come as a 7, which is a lesson. So if you listen to your intuition and you get practical about reading the small print and analyzing what is really meant by what is in front of you, right? Then the lesson can be, wow, I'm really good at analytical things. Or if you don't do it, the lesson can be, oh, I should have listened. Something in me knew that I needed to read page 74, and I figured I could skip over it. And you get a lesson then too. You either you succeed or you learn. Those are the possibilities. But you totally have the ability to do the analysis that's necessary. This is the mock orange bush, which is pretending to be something it isn't. You can nurture this as much as you like. You will never get an orange off of it. Not ever. So it's about just making sure, don't take things at face value. Don't trust the surfaces of things. Okay? All right, that was Shelley. So then we go. Down, down, down. Penelope. I read Penelope. Because I said you had a bunch of 7s in your name, which is true. I don't know how I got those the wrong way around. I'm sorry. Liz Schmitz, I haven't read, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Kathy, my cousin. So cool. So cool. There's somebody, I don't know if she's still on the call, but there was somebody, yeah, one of my clients who's been coming to some of my information sessions and stuff, which are happening. Check the events on my website. Tomorrow morning we're doing chakras, introduction to the chakras. And tomorrow afternoon we're doing breathing for adult beginners. It's not quite a repeat class because it'll be different people, but we did it last week in Facebook and we're doing it tomorrow in Zoom because not everybody can access all of the software. Okay, so I'm on, who am I on? I'm on Liz. Liz, I think I recognize your name. I think you've been here, but maybe not for a while. Or I'm thinking of Liz Smith, the amazing comedic actress. May she rest. Maybe she's with us. I don't know. Anyway, this is for Liz. Liz. An energy for a new project. Plays the thing for the actress. I feel like she is with us. Okay, play. Whoops, where's the camera? There, number 30. 30 is, we've been talking about the point of inspiration, the place where the small voice speaks absolute truth, the flow of cosmic wisdom into the physical world, and you get to be the conduit for that. That is 3. The 0 is all of the universe. We bring them together, and it's when my I've known a few people, but most importantly my dad, who used to talk about finding the job that he enjoyed and was delighted to get up in the morning and go out and do it. And you know, he was still a very young man. I think he was about 19 when he came upon it. And he used to say, and I never worked another day in my life, because he was doing what he loved. It wasn't quite play, but it was enjoyment. And it was, if he'd been in a position that he had independently just money to pay the bills, he still would have done that work because he loved it so much. And this card is kind of about finding that place where what you're doing, a little bit like me in numerology, you would just do it and do it and do it because it's so good, and it feels good, and it's happy, and it's lovely, and yes. So I hope that you're able to find that inspiration. And if you're not finding it, this is the call to finding that quiet practice, that meditation, that prayer, that whatever, so that you can connect with the wisdom within, and the intentions that you brought when you chose to enter the human experience on the day that you did. Okay, that was Liz. And we have, did I read for Kathy? Yes, I did. Makes perfect sense, so I guess I did. Kathleen, best friend in the whole cosmos. Lovely to see you here. You've had this before. This speaks to your job a lot, I know. Synthesis, bringing things from different areas, different disciplines, different kinds of expertise, and creating something new. Synthesis, it's like bringing together flour from the prairie with yeast from whatever lab we grow yeast in at the moment, brought together with oil from a rendering plant someplace, and putting them all together and making bread, right? The bread is new, and it can't be taken apart. You can't shred a loaf and find yourself with flour and yeast and water and whatever. I don't make bread, I'm sorry, I have no idea what else is in there. You are making something, bringing things from many different places, and creating a coherent thing, a concept, an organization, a staff, whatever it is that you are building, that is permanently changed by your input. And I know that is true for you. The 1 and the 5, this is you. The 5 is that place of blossoming and growing and expanding that is the energy for this year. and they're coming together into the 6, which is the number for service, for improving the community on your way through it, for finding beauty where other people may not see it, but you connect, and you I know that you do that. I could get so excited about you because you are so awesome. I love your spirit, Kathleen. um, and I know you've had this card before, so this isn't news, and I should just shush because I've got some other people. But good card. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so Tammy loves her card. Okay, I thought there was somebody else after Kathleen. Maybe not. All right. Internet cutting in and out. Okay, so this is recorded and it will show up on this page in Facebook. And also I have a channel on YouTube and I post them over there so that there's backup in case they disappear for some reason. So if you go to YouTube, just search for my name and you will find multitudes of these, because this is week 40 something and they're all there. And some weeks I've done 2, and sometimes I've done other events and they're recorded there. And yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. Community card for people who are watching the video either on Facebook. Please like and follow the page if that's where you are, or on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel, and know that the card that is coming for you today, this is release. So we've got the 2 and the 1 again. We saw the 12, I think, didn't we? This is 21. And this is community on the outside and self on the inside. And it is they're coming together in a place of creation, in that point of inspiration. These apples on the forest floor, I don't know if you can see them there underneath the apple tree, they have fallen. Even the deer didn't want these, and they are now, you wouldn't be able to pick one up whole. They've completely lost their integrity. They are releasing all ambition they ever had to be apples. They are releasing the seeds that are in their core to be on the soil, in the mushy soil, where they can get a grip, get themselves established and draw nutrients from the old fruit and from the ground. And of course the rest of the fruit is going to go down and in, and everything that is within it is going to go down into the roots of the tree in order to continue nurturing a crop of apples. So letting go of the things whose time is past is sort of the message of the card. It's sometimes it's just too late. This can be, what's happened to my card for too late? We sometimes see it. There's the cycle of life goes round and round. It's a cycle. It doesn't ever stop. And part of that continuity is the ending of one phase being the beginning of the next phase. It isn't that the apples last forever and that's the cycle. The cycle is that they become part of the tree, the leaves, the blossoms, which are then pollinated and develop the fruit, which fatten and grow and are incredibly amazing. But if they fall, then they return to their constituent parts, and they start again through the cycle. And our lives are like that. We live and we grow and we bloom and we excel, and then we die, and the parts of us, the physical parts of us, go back into the cycle of physical things. And the oh, bye Jen. Our spirits, I do believe, are eternal and immortal, and they Abraham Hicks, I don't know why Abraham Hicks on my mind today, but that one of the great teachings is that when we make our transition back to non-physical, and Abraham calls it croaking, They say that it doesn't deserve any more respect than that. So when we croak, the first thing that happens as we emerge into non-physical is laughter. That there is so much joy and laughter at being home and at looking back and laughing at how seriously humanity takes being human. And I really like that. That comforts me. Um, when I get to release my physical body, I looking forward to laughter. How good is that? That's really neat. I don't know how we ended up on that. However, who was that for? That was the community card. So everybody just be happy. There's good stuff now and there's good stuff coming, and that's how that goes. Okay, Jen has left. She is with you. She is with me. Okay. Liz Smith, I think that's who you're talking about. Yes, I think that's very possible, which is a very interesting choice. I'm trying to think her most famous character was Letitia Cropley, who was a particularly eccentric old woman. So, yeah, maybe her spirit and mine have a friendship. I'm not sure. Okay, it's 2:56, people. How does that happen? The whole hour has gone by. Sometimes somebody comes in at 3 minutes to. That does happen. Jen has left. Kathleen, you're welcome. Tammy, you're welcome. Okay, Tammy loved her card. I don't know what it was. Okay, Barbara, maybe we can chat later. Yes. And Kathy. Oh, did I start talking about somebody who's dream interpretation? I've had a lot of people bringing me dreams this week. That's so interesting. Yeah, but we can talk about that, Kathy, for sure. All right. I'm going to declare that this session. Okay, I'm with you, Barbara. It's all good. I don't know if she's over my shoulder or if she's. I don't know if it's the character or the actor. Either way, you are welcome for everything. Absolutely. Tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, Facebook Rooms. The link is on my website under Events. Introduction to the chakras. So if the idea of the chakras, the energy centers in our bodies, if that's a new thing for you, this is it will be nice. It will be very informal and friendly and nice. I don't do formality very well. And tomorrow afternoon, Breathing for Adult Beginners in Zoom. The link is on the events tab on my website. And I'll apologize now for the fact that sometimes after this video gets posted to the page, because it processes and does stuff, and then it gets posted, sometimes I have a couple of spammer problems. I've got like 6 of them right now who are barred. You will never see their posts, but sometimes they come in with a new name, and I have to go in and mess about with the settings. So I apologize ahead of time. You are, of course, free, if you see it, to click through to their site. They will offer you a good reading instead of this one. They're really, really annoying because they come in and like they hit 10 people. They hit the reply on your post and send you this message, and they've usually made it to 10 or 12 of them before I see that they're there, and I do take them out. If you see them before I do, by all means, you're free to send me a message. But yeah, I'm really sorry. I can only block the ones that I've already seen, and as I say, they come in with new names, which is so frustrating. Anyway, this is me leaving. I hope I'm going to see you soon. Sunday is session 1 of the numerology, basic numerology. Really looking forward to doing that. And I'm starting to map out my schedule for February, because if I'm going to be home, I'm going to be I'm going to be having fun and doing things that I like a lot. So thank you very much. I will be back here next Friday at 2 o'clock, of course. And in the meantime, you can message me at the website. There's a link for email. There's my Twitter account. You can message me. My Facebook. So many ways. So please don't be a stranger. Thank you for being here. Stay home if you possibly can. This spike is it's dangerous. It's very dangerous stuff we're dealing with. So stay home if you can. Be very careful and stay safe if you have to go out. And I will see you next week or before soon. Namaste.